Hey, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Migz here, and today I bring you a casual Neo-Spacian deck profile. This deck list is of my own creation. I've been having this deck for years, and always been messing around with it when there's new support. But first, I want to give a shout out to Shaquille Martinez from the YGO Hero Duelist Facebook group. I bought these awesome Neo-Spacian leaves from him. They're high quality and they just have great artwork. I'll put the link in the description below so you can check them out. No, this is not a sponsorship, I just think they're awesome. But for now, let's get started. So first, we have Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. We have 3 of those. I know I said this was a casual profile, and it is. But Ash Blossom has been reprinted a lot. You can get her in common, super, ultra, promo, and secret rarities. There's a lot of options now, so she's not that expensive and pretty easy to get. Then we have 3 Neo-Space Connector. Look at that, super. It's from the promo. This is very important to the deck because it's a combo piece. Its effect is you can normal summon it, then you can special summon 1 E-Hero Neos or Neo-Spacian from your hand or deck to the field. The other effect is you can tribute it, then you can special summon 1 E-Hero Neos or Neo-Spacian from the graveyard and special summon it in defense, but its effects are negated. It allows you to get a contact fusion with 1 card. Next, we have Keeper of Dragon Magic. I would say this is one of the 2 most important cards in the deck. You can and should play 3, but I cut 1 for a Neo-Spacian Flare Scarab because this is a fun casual deck, so just replace Scarab with the 3rd Keeper. Its effect is when you summon it, you can discard a card and search any card with fusion in its name. Miracle Fusion, Neos Fusion, Instant Fusion, any other card. And there's a card that I play in this deck that it can search. You can also reveal 1 fusion monster and special summon 1 of the materials that's a normal monster from your grave to your field in face down defense position. Okay, up next, we got the boss himself, the head honcho, 2 elemental hero Niels. Look at that. Secret. Very nice. I've had this card so long that it spiked up in price, so that's a good thing. Nothing needs to be said about Niels. So let's get to the nitty gritty. 1 Rainbow Dragon for that Rainbow Neos fusion, it's OP. Then we got Neo-Spacian Grandma. Ulti first, high rarity gang, where you at? I got this one at the very first Strike a Neo sneak peek. That just goes to show you how long I've been playing this game and how long I've had this card. Then we have Ulti first Neo-Spacian Aqua Dolphin. Okay, I'll stop. As you can see, I like to high rarity my deck. So here we go. Next is Neo-Spacian Air Hummingbird. Then we got Neo-Spacian Flare Scarab. It's also beautiful. But like I said, you can cut this for a 3rd Keeper of Dragon Magic. Next is Neo-Spacian Dark Panther. Look at that. That's pretty awesome. Oh, my bad. Got ahead of myself. Then we got Neo-Spacian Glowmoss. The only one without an ulti version, which kind of sucks. But super is this highest rarity, so you gotta show it some love. Then we got the angel himself, E-Hero Honest Neos. Protects your fusions from getting run over. And here is where I like to do a little twist. This is a going second after all, so I play Kaijus. People don't expect Kaijus anymore. I have a little combo where I tribute the opponent's monster to summon the Kaiju, then with Grand Mole or Grand Neos, return the Kaiju back to my hand to use it again. So I play 2 Gamma Seal, I play 1 Kamungus, and 1 Thunder King the Lightning Strike Kaiju. So that's going to do it for the monsters. Let's move on to the spells. Alright, so here are the spell cards. We play Triple Neos Fusion, standard. You got to get them fusions on the board. And also it's searchable by Keeper of Dragon Magic. It's sad that they didn't make it a secret like an OCG, but I'll take what I can get. I'll take the super. Then obviously we play Triple Miracle Contact. You can fuse materials from anywhere, hand, field, or graveyard. This card always comes in clutch, especially late game, and when you top deck it, woo, that's the best. You can make any triple contact fusion with it. Then we got Triple Call by the Grave. Now I know this card is pretty pricey right now, but it should get a reprint soon. I got these when they were barely released, so they were cheap. It's a staple after all. Then we got Triple Interrupted Kaiju Slumber for them Kaijus. This is a going second deck, so this is a board wipe. What I like to do is, especially if I open a Kaiju, is to tribute the monster they have that negates spells. Then slumber their whole board. Usually I give them Gamma Seal and I summon Thunder King on my side of the field. Then 3 Fusion Deploy, a new card from Eternity Code, and probably my not so secret super tech, but it's awesome. So what this card does is you reveal 1 fusion monster from your extra deck. Then you can special summon any of the materials listed on that fusion monster from your deck. So essentially, this says you get E-Hero Niels, or any Neo-Spacian you need to fuse. This is a hard once per turn, and it locks you into only special summoning fusions. It's also searchable by Keeper of Dragon Magic because it has fusion in its name. Then I play some draw power. 2 Convert Contact. Essentially a Pot of Greed and a Foolish Burial in one. You send 1 Neo-Spacian from your hand and 1 from your deck to the graveyard to draw 2 cards. I like to play this first because people usually ash it. And the last 2, 1 Rhoda, search Neo-Space Connector and Neo-Spacian's Aqua Dolphin, and 1 Neo-Space. You can search this by Elemental Hero Brave Niels' effect and to keep your Neo-Spacians on board. Alright, let's move on to the extra deck. Okay, here we go with the extra deck. So I play 2 Elemental Hero Brave Niels. In my opinion, it's one of the best fusion because it simply stays on the field. It gains 100 attack for each hero and Neo-Spacian in the graveyard. And when you destroy a monster by battle, you can search any card that specifically lists Elemental Hero Niels, which is basically the whole deck and any spell card you want. You can also fuse it with any level 4 or lower effect monster, so if you use Miracle Contact, you can recycle your Ash Blossoms, your Connectors, or any Neo-Spacians. And like I said, this is for fun, so we play 1 Elemental Hero Flare Niels. It's just a beater really, gains 400 attack for each spell and trap on the field. You don't have to play it, you can play a 3rd Neos if you don't really want to play this. But still look at it. I've had this card for a while too. This deck is just nostalgia all around. I like to play fun decks. I used to play meta, but it gets tiresome. Casual is more fun because you don't have to worry about getting the expensive cards. Then the Grand Wizard himself, Elemental Hero Air Niels. It's not an ulti first, but a first ultra, which is still pretty expensive. This is the very first card I ever bought off eBay, and I got him for like 20 bucks. Back in the day when this card just came out from Strike Niels. So that just goes to show how long I've been playing and how long I've had this card, and it's still in great condition too. This is probably my favorite deck besides heroes. I like to take care of them, so 1 Elemental Hero Air Niels. Then 1 Elemental Hero Grand Niels. Yeah, I was able to get these guys ulti because they're a little cheaper. And like I said, the combo with the Kaiju, you Kaiju your opponent's monster, then you bounce it back to your own hand with Grand Niels to use it again, the Wombo combo. Then Elemental Hero Glow Niels. This guy's actually really good removal. It can destroy spell, trap, or monsters. So if anything is getting in your way, you can just summon this. Also, if you destroy a monster, you cannot attack. If you destroy a spell, you can attack directly. And if you destroy a trap, it just goes into defense mode. Then we got Elemental Hero Aqua Niels. There's a combo I like to do where I summon Connector and then summon Aqua Dolphin from the deck. Then I use Aqua Dolphin's effect to take 1 card from your opponent's hand and do 500 damage. Then I summon Elemental Hero Aqua Niels to activate its effect and then destroy 1 card from your opponent's hand. So essentially you take 2 cards from your opponent. And also it's a fun deck. You don't have to play it, you can also play something better if you want. So Triple Contact Fusions. Storm Niels, essentially a heavy storm, and when it gets shuffled back into the extra deck, you shuffle all cards on the field back to the deck. All Triple Contact Fusions have an effect when they're shuffled back to the extra deck. Then we got Chaos Niels. This is just a bad card in general. Like, you don't have to play it at all. But it's a casual deck, so I just have it in the deck to look at and, so it won't feel left out. Then we go Magma Niels. He's essentially just a big beater. He gains 400 attack for each card on the field. When this gets shuffled back into the extra deck, you return all cards on the field to the owner's hands. I rarely go into him. The main ones I go into are Grand Niels, Air Niels, Glow Niels, and Brave Niels. Oh, then we got Nebula Niels. I also go into him a lot. This card is summoned, you can negate the opponent's monster effect, then draw cards equal to the number of cards your opponent has on the field. Free draws are always a good thing. When this card is shuffled back into the extra deck, you banish all cards on the field face down. That's a pretty nasty effect. Then we have Rainbow Niels, the god himself. He's so OP, man. You summon him, then you can send 1 monster on the field to the grave, you can shuffle back all your opponent's monsters to the deck, and then you attack directly for 4,500. You can also send the spell or trap to the grave, then it shuffles back all of your opponent's spell or traps to the deck. And then we get Cosmo Niels. I usually make this as a last resort, so here we go. When this card is special summoned from the extra deck, you can activate this effect. For the rest of this turn, your opponent cannot activate cards. Also, cards your opponent controls cannot activate their effects. Your opponent cannot activate cards or effects in response to this effect's activation. Then at the end phase, if this card is shuffled back to the extra deck, destroy all cards your opponent controls. Wow. Next is Predaplant Verte Indicanda. I know, I said this was a casual deck, but I was lucky enough to pull this. There's no substitute for this card. It's too good not to play. So if you have it, play. If not, you can play Ferocious Flame Swordsman. And the last but not least, Isolde, the Tale of Two Noble Knights. I make this when I summon Neo-Space Connector and Aqua Dolphin. It searches Honest Neos, so you'll be ready to counter. And that's it. Well, I hope you guys like this deck profile. This is a personal one. I have a couple more decks. I have Buster Blader, Super Quantums, and my casual-ish heroes. Let me know if you guys are interested in checking any of these out. And they're all casual, by the way. It's more fun that way. So don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. It's your boy Migz. Peace out.